All right. Here's the thing about making videos like this that I'm realizing too, that I didn't address in the first 40-second classic that I've already uploaded, which is book reviews or book recommendations are almost fundamentally useless in the sense that if you're getting them from strangers or people who don't know you, you've just got no clue what it is you're signing up for. And so for a little context, I'm going to give maybe a recommendation of, maybe not recommendation, but try and contextualize what I like. And I'm going to use this as a reverse example by kind of something I don't like, which is, well, it's upside down. These are Virginia Woolf short stories, and I admire Virginia Woolf a lot. I think she's a genius. The problem is that she's a genius, and I'm not that. And she writes in a way that really is hard for me to get behind. I see like the value and the interest in books like The Waves and To the Lighthouse and, all of her stuff. But it really isn't for me. That kind of like super internal, beautiful language stuff, I don't know. Doesn't do it for me. I don't want to like have to, like, books are fun for me. And those books really require a lot of brain power. Maybe they don't for everyone. Maybe people appreciate them for being hard, but I love pretty simple storytelling, simple sentences, very declarative, very active stuff. That being said, there's a couple of stories in here that I really don't like. Like the new dress, for the titular story. These are all short stories. But there are two that I think are remarkably good. And I think this is kind of a cool lesson too, which is like, an author isn't just the one book of theirs you've read and didn't like. There's a lot of value to be found in everyone's work. Maybe not everyone's work. There are some people I just don't like, full stop. But two stories in here that I really enjoyed. One of them is called Solid Objects. And I'm going to put, in the last video, someone mentioned, like, where can I buy the book? And it didn't even really occur to me that, like, people are going to have to spend money on the stuff I'm recommending. And that's non-ideal. So I'm going to attach two PDFs in the description because you can read these stories for free. You don't have to buy this book. I mean, the book is cute, and it was like $6, but you can read both of the stories that I really like online. And the first one's called Solid Objects, which is just a story after my own heart, honestly. I've got the classic like grafting emotion onto physical objects. They just hold like mementos. I love them, and that story's a lot about that, and maybe also a little bit of a cautionary tale, but it's really good. And then one of the ones that normally I think is these, it's a little more conceptual. It is very internal, but it's called The Mark on the Wall. And it's also very good. It's a little like an internal exploration of the narrator, their thoughts. They're really winding, and I feel like it's just really, it's just really representative of the way like thoughts enter your head. It has like a kind of weird, it elicits a kind of weird scene sensation when you read it. So yeah, I guess this is kind of a weird one, just to give a little more context on whether or not you would think my recommendations are valuable or not. But yeah, try out the stories. They're totally free to read. Solid Objects, The Mark on the Wall. And like I said, the other stuff, if you want to get the book and try out the other stories, you're more than welcome. I didn't love them. Huge respect to Virginia Woolf, but, Yeah, so if you like her, maybe my recs aren't going to hit for you or not. So just getting that out there. Yeah, that's it. Solid objects, mark on the wall, PDFs in the description. Happy reading.